Well, I think I like the SP22 coil now. I'll put it in Park 2 mode, and I'll crank up the iron volume, and I'll show you how much iron is here. There's a little bit of jewelry right underneath that blue bottle cap, that plastic bottle cap there. It's about 1.5 inches deep. I'm struggling on that one today. But you notice how it went quiet right there when I went over that target? All the rest over here, just... and it went quiet right there over that jewelry, right? It does the same thing in EMI too. There's a little bit of EMI, not too bad. Now I'll go over that nickel right there. There's a nickel right there under that red cap right there at 5 inches deep. I actually buried it in a Warzone video, and I just left that nickel there, and I left this jewelry here. I mean, there's a lot of iron here. Full iron volume, right? My iron volume's all the way up. Park 2. See how all the iron goes away? Just lots of iron here. It's really loud because it's all the way up, right? See how all the iron goes, all that iron, those iron tones go away, and all you hear is that tone that it's giving you. It's nickel, 5 inches deep. Now I'll go down to 0 bars. 0 bars of iron right here. It's just clicking and popping right over all the iron that I just went over. I'll go over that jewelry. It's not going to hit that jewelry in Park 2. Now I'll go over that nickel. Banging that nickel out at 5 inches deep, man. I really actually like this coil. It's just it just seems like it's heavier, you know. I don't know if it's heavy or not, but this coil is going shallow and it's going deep at 0 iron volume. So hear all that iron on the surface? No, you can't. You can't hear the iron because my iron volume is all the way off. Now I'll go over this dime over here. A lot of foil over here. Just foil that I haven't dug up yet. There's some foil right there too. Right on the surface. It's giving me a lot of double taps there. Now I'll come over this dime here, right there. Get this planter out of the way there. If I rotate on it just a little bit, there's a target down there, right? I know there's a dime at 3 inches deep and a lot of iron. Now I'll jack that, or I'll jack that iron volume to 2 bars, my normal setting. All the iron goes away. No matter what iron volume you have, the iron tone goes away, and all you hear is that target out of there. I love the Simplex for that reason. Even during EMI, I don't know if you guys have experienced that before, but in heavy EMI, in high EMI, the EMI just goes away when you get over a target, right? I have several videos out there showing you that. The EMI just, no EMI, and all you hear is that beat, 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 beat. I'll ground balance it here. Actually, I'm not gonna ground, yeah, I'll ground balance it. And there's just nowhere to ground balance here. 2 bars. 2 bars of iron. Oh, this jewelry here. This is the 278. That's the 277. The 277 is they say it's supposed to be deeper. I don't believe so. I have thousands of hours on the Simplexes, and nickel at 5 inches deep. Now I'll go to 0 bars. Clicking. Just a bunch of clicking right there. See that? Come on, that jewelry. It's not going to hit it. But the ground is very, very conductive right now. It just got done downpouring. It rained all day today. I'll go with that nickel. Now I'll go to park 1. We'll tear it up. And on park 1, park 1, I'm getting a lot of EMI now. So watch this. See? All that EMI goes away. Now I'll go to field mode, tear it up. 5 inches deep. But I'm not going to hunt in the iron in field mode. It's just too much. Too much to take in. And actually, I'll drop the iron volume down. How about that? Drop it all the way down to 0. Super quiet. Now I'll go with this nickel. 5 inch deep. Tearing it up. But I want to hear the iron in the ground, right? Because if you have your iron volume all the way down, you're gonna miss some targets. You're gonna miss some targets. But with the iron volume all the way down, I'm kind of liking it a little bit. Especially in the really wet ground right now. Very conductive soil today. Now I'll come over this dime here in field mode. There's a foil right here. It's not even hitting that foil. Now it is. It's not even hitting that foil. It's junk right on the surface. Some foil right there. There's a dime right here at 3 inches. 3 inches deep. Dude, am I gonna hit it all the way around? Dude, that's amazing, man. The ground is very saturated though. Most detectors would hit it a lot better in these kind of conditions, but at 0 bars, the field mode is performing very well. A lot better than I expected it to. You know, what I've been talking about, the Simplex, when I talk about the SP28 coil, when I say that it can go shallow and it can go deep all at the same time, is because I have my gain all the way up. And if you learn how to run your machine really hot, you'll be able to hit those deeper targets. If you drop your gain down, you're limited on depth, right? Kind of. You're limited on volume, actually, when you drop your gain down. What the gain does on the Simplex, I believe, what the gain does on the Simplex is it's like a volume level. It just drops your volume level down so you can't hear those deeper targets. Other machines, you know, like the high machines, you can adjust the gain to where you're not going as deep. You won't even hear those deeper targets, or they'll be really scratchy. That's not the case with the Simplex. You'll still get big iron because the big iron is just a lower volume. The big iron will have a louder volume on it. That's why if you drop your gain down and you're still getting a lot of big iron, that's the reason why. Jack your gain up and you'll know that that's big iron. You'll just learn what that big iron sounds like. I mean, it's fun digging big iron. A lot of targets that I think are cool are big iron. You know, a lot of like horseshoes or old irons or just old relics, old big relics. And that's how I run my Simplex. Ever since like about a week into my Simplex, when I started using the Simplexes, I just cranked the gain up, and I just haven't moved it from full gain pretty much most of the time. Probably 90% of the time I run at full gain. No matter what, even if there's a lot of EMI or if there's a lot of iron, I still want to be going deep. And what that just showed me is that SP28 coil with the iron volume all the way down in field mode is still going to hit those deeper targets at full gain, right? And I'll make another video and I'll show you actually what the volume level does to your targets. And I don't know if you guys have experienced this with the Simplex, but I don't think the gain really does too much with your depth. You know, you can still hear those deep targets, and you just want to dig them out, right? And it'll still hit those coins too. It'll still hit those coins. And sometimes in relic dumps, you don't want to do that. You want to be able to just hunt like the first 4 or 5 inches. You don't want to hear all the big iron in the ground there. And with the Simplex, it's kind of tough to do. You know, you just got to kind of reject it by your ear, not your metal detector. Your metal detector is not going to be able to reject those by the gain. You just have to do it by ear. Learn how to do it by ear, and that's what you're going to end up doing anyway, right? With any metal detector, you gotta reject stuff by your ear more than your numbers or what you think it is. Well, there's the Simplex SP22 coil and the SP28 coil with that 5-inch deep nickel, and it performed very well at 0 bars of iron in field mode. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.